All right, what's good, gamers of YouTube? Blue Pharaoh checking in with another video. I know I'm a couple days late, but I've been wanting to do this video for a couple days. Actually, just got some new info that dropped just now, so I'll include it in the video along with my thoughts. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are back for the second, third, or fourth time, whatever number this is, I appreciate you checking it out. Anyway, let's get right into it. So, Microsoft has come out and said what the prices are going to be for the Series S, which had been confirmed. Okay, Series S is a thing. So the Series S and the Series X. All right. Basically, the Series S is going to be $299.99, and it's going to drop on November 10th. Okay. The Series X is going to be $499, also dropping on November 10th. Series X comes with 1 terabyte solid state hard drive. Series S 512 gigs of solid state memory. Okay, so it was funny. Like one night, I was on Twitter, and somebody was showing, what looked to be official reveal videos. Series X, Series S, and another, and another, and a sister, and a brother. Nah, all jokes aside, it just seemed like all on my timeline was Xbox stuff. So apparently it got leaked, and then maybe like an hour later, the bigwigs up at Microsoft were like, yeah, cat's out of the bag. Series S, $299. Series X, $499. So one thing that's interesting about the Microsoft side of things is they're going to allow you to buy this console the way that you would your cell phone. So I believe it's called Xbox All Access. They're going to give you 2 years of Xbox Ultimate, which is Game Pass and Xbox Gold, which you need for multiplayer online games. So that right there is $15 a month. And then you can get the Series S for $25 a month for 2 years, or the Series X for $35 a month for 2 years. Now remember, they're giving you 2 years of Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold along with this. So I did the math. It's like maybe $30 more to just buy it outright. So that's a crazy deal, especially, they let you stretch it out over time. So now those are the facts. So what do I think about that? Well, I think it's pretty awesome. I know that $299 price tag for a next generation console, that's going to be hard to pass up for a lot of people. Like that's what a Switch costs, right? But you're going to be able to play all the new games, all the new games that are going to be coming out, right? They're not going to look as pretty. So one of the main differences between the Series S and the Series X is the ceiling for resolution. So the Series X is going to top out, I believe, at 4K, while the Series S is aiming for 1440p. A lot of games I know that are 1080p look really good. I don't know if I could tell with my naked eye the difference between 1440 and 1080. So I think a lot of it just boils down to this kind of TV that you have. So yeah. But also one other thing, the Series S is an all digital system, so there's no disk drive on it. Now, one thing that one thing that a lot of people are iffy about is the launch titles. So I don't know if it's just like familiar territory or what, but I don't know what Xbox exclusives are launching with this thing. Now I know a lot of companies, once they saw that November 10th date, they pushed up their releases. I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla pushed up its release date. I want to say Cyberpunk 2077 also pushed up its release date to coincide with the release of the Series S and Series X. So, but for what it is, I think it's awesome. Even if like you just get that and then you get the 2 years of Game Pass Ultimate, like you just have a whole bunch of stuff to play. If you're a kid getting this on Christmas morning, man, like you would just go online and see what games are on Game Pass and be like, yo, I want to play this one, I want to play this one, I want to play this one, and you just download them, you play them. Simple as that. So I think it's a great deal. Now, moving on. Today's Tuesday, so that means tomorrow Sony is going to have an event. Uh, a lot of people seem to think that we're going to get the pricing and release date for Sony's console tomorrow. Is that what's going to happen? I mean, I hope so. I would hope so. Like, it's time. It's been time. Like, you got whole commercials about the PlayStation 5, but we don't know how much it's going to cost. So, I mean, maybe we'll get it tomorrow. I will probably watch the presentation sometime in the evening, hopefully, maybe. uh, as soon as I can, I'll watch it. So that's that. Then the last little bit of news, there's, I can't remember what month it was, but if you're a Smash Melee fan, you've probably heard of this game. Um, it's supposed to be very reminiscent of Melee. And the game I'm talking about is, of course, Rivals of Aether. It was a Games with Gold game earlier. I can't remember the exact month, but I have it on my Xbox. Rest in peace. Of course, I'm currently without my Xbox, but I hopefully will be able to rectify that soon. So I played it, and it's like every character is a beast, but then they also have like an element. There we go. So that there's a lion, but he's like a fire lion. And I mean, the graphical styles is pretty cool. It's, I don't want to quite say 16-bit, but I mean, it looks good. But anyway, the looks is not what draws people to the game. It's the fighting system. The fighting system is combo heavy. It can be brutal, can be bruising, punishing, you know. But that's kind of how Melee was. Melee, you dodge in the wrong spot. You make mistakes, you got to pay the penalty. So I've played a couple games of it online, but Smash is Smash, and of course that's going to get the majority of my time. But they finally announced it for the Switch. It's going to come out on the 24th. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm going to bite just immediately, but we'll see. Maybe see how it runs. Obviously, with games like that, you might want a physical copy. So I might wait to see. One of the things and the Switch has this bad, man. Like a game will come out, you'll be excited for it, but it'll be like it's digital only. It's digital only. So you go ahead and cop that digital version because you want to play the game, right? And then a couple months later, they're like, well, we're gonna go ahead and do a physical run of this game. And so like you don't want to double dip. So you really have to decide, am I going to buy this game again that I already own just so that I can have it physically? So yeah, the thing about the Switch is, it's a great system. But storage is an issue. I mean, if you just get like what am I at? I think I have 100 and, what are the numbers? It's, 16. But anyway, I think the one I have is like 100 and something gigs, and I have like 30 left. So I have a lot of stuff on my Switch, and it's actually pretty convenient because, when my kids are playing, they don't have to ask me and say, hey, I want to play this game. Can you put the cartridge in? Like, there's no way I'm going to let them handle those cartridges. So, they just go in there and they're like, oh, I can play this game, and it just loads up. The bad part is, if my memory gets corrupted, or, in the future, down the line, they say, oh, well, we're no longer supporting the Switch eShop, right? So download all your stuff, and then, by then, Switch might be in worse shape than it is now. I try to keep it free from drops, and I rarely play in handheld mode. I have like a little sleeve that I put it in. I might do tabletop mode, but I rarely do handheld mode. But by then, Switch will have gotten some mileage on it, like for real, for sure. And so, you never really know with technology. But if you have a cartridge, you at least have it. We own stuff digitally, like this is a whole nother conversation for another day. But when you own stuff digitally, do you really own it? Like if they shut down the eShop tomorrow, would you be able to play your game? If your internet goes down and there's a verification process whereby it checks to see if you own that game, if it can't check to see that you own that game, do you really own that game? Can you use that game if you don't have internet access? So like these are the kinds of things that I think about when it comes to physical versus digital. Maybe I'll do a whole video about it, just my thoughts on it. But anyway, that's what I have this time. Blue Pharaoh signing off. I'll be back with another video shortly. Anyway, thank you guys. To the next one. Peace.